I've been involved in these CEO groups for about 20 years, I guess, and probably with Mary for
1995.
Pretty much 20 years, and I'm a big fan of them. They've worked really well for me. I've gotten so much out of them. But being around other intelligent people and seeing them succeed and seeing their success and what's working for them is very, very motivating. So I've enjoyed the groups, and you know, I think the concept of these groups really goes back to, my personal belief goes back to Andrew Carnegie. Have you ever read his book and his theory on mastermind groups? He used to do it. He became the richest man in the world doing it. He believed it was a key part of his success. And you know, getting like minds together. But whatever problem you've run across in business or you're running across as a CEO, there are other people in the room that have seen that problem, had that problem, whether it's a compensation issue, a hiring issue, a sales issue, a marketing issue, accounting, personnel issue, whatever it is. And the opportunity to tap into your peer group and to hear what each one of them's done, invariably you're going to get some ideas that I don't know where else you can get those ideas. I think that's what's unique about a CEO group, and I think that's what really is you know, you get out of it. And the other thing is I think it's fun too, because you give a lot too. So sometimes you're getting and sometimes you're giving, and you know, so that's a key part of it, I think, as well. And it's fun to do that, to help other people. I enjoy doing that. I think most people do. So that you know, when you help somebody with their business and you get together and they didn't know something and you help them, that's a wonderful feeling as well, and very gratifying. So I'm a big fan of the groups. I can't say enough good things about it. You know, I think if you're a CEO and you're not doing something like this, I think you're really not playing your game. You're really not serious about playing the game at the highest level. Because I think if you are, then you're doing this kind of stuff. Maybe you're getting it somewhere else, but I don't know that anything does it quite the way a CEO group does it. You can read the books, listen to tapes, and all that kind of stuff, but the interaction and the relationships you build, it's just invaluable in my opinion.
Last year, my company grew 60%. I expect to grow 60% this year. And that's a direct positive benefit from the input of the people at the group. And I can tell you my business is much more successful today because I was fortunate enough to be in a small, intimate group. And after a little bit of time, and I'll tell you, it takes a little bit of time to gain that comfort level to put some things out there. And then to get back, and then to listen, to write it down. And part of Mary's process forces you to do that. So Mary will follow it up and say, on the phone call, you heard some 3 great things at our last meeting because you were the focus of the conversation. What did you get done on that great advice? And so that's the accountability factor. And if you come back to the group and you know you weren't supposed to do something stupid, and you went ahead and did something stupid, again, they're going to call out certain things to bring that awareness to you in a way that, you know, identifies with your personality, only because you've taken the time to get to know each other. And we all have unique characteristics and personalities, and it's what makes the group interesting and dynamic and fun to come back to. That's what I've done.
I garner a lot of my value because of Mary's knowledge of the business. You know, she visits our companies, and again, I'm speaking personally now, but she visits my company, and she knows us. She knows my employees. She knows, unfortunately, the good, bad, and the ugly. She'll give recommendations where it's warranted. She'll provide that necessary. Look at her. You know, you go in there and unlike the other group, you learn to completely disrobe your ego and everything, and you go in because it's all business, and these guys have done it, and let's get to brass tacks, and that's something that I absolutely did not find in the other group. Everything was a bit more shielded and coveted in terms of, you know, putting your feelings out there. And big distinction with this group. It's all about business, and it really is at the end of the day, it's just a very refreshing place to be. It's a very refreshing place to, you know, as Tom said, become motivated by really smart people that are in the group versus agendas. And to me, that was the big difference.
I've also made some of the best friends I've ever had in my life in this group, and I'm sure they'll be friends for life. You share so much. I mean, you have this agreement of confidentiality that you can really talk about most anything, whether it's personal or professional. And that, over time, you just creates a bond. And that bond, I think, will last forever with that group. Even the ones that are no longer in the group, but we've become great friends. So I've taken a lot away from it in terms of value to me personally, to my business, professionally, and I think it's just a good thing to be a part of.